Hey guys, welcome to another video from Just Two Dudes. This is our Missouri preview, and we have Blaine Gabbert here with us today. No one's talking to you. Pipe down. So anyway, this is our Blaine Gabbert that we hung from our porch that we hung up all week long last year when we played Missouri. And this is about what we think of the kid. I mean,
and Missouri.
Yeah.
I hate them.
Well, yeah, pretty much. We heard that last year the Missouri fans didn't like our little scarecrow here.
Yeah.
But we're actually going to add some stuff to him this year and make it more demeaning. This is a big game for us Huskers.
Yeah. This is the season.
This is it. This is where we find out if we're chumps or champs.
Yep.
Nothing more needs to be said.
This game decides the Big 12 North Championship.
This is where the defensive line proves it. I can sit here and act like a goof ass and smack Blaine Gabbert around all I want.
Yeah.
The fact of the matter is Big Sue ain't here to do it.
Exactly.
Come this Saturday, somebody needs to do that. Somebody wearing red needs to smack him around all day long. You give this guy time, and he will pick you apart. I don't want to hear anything about Jake Locker. I don't want to hear any. Andrew Luck.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Andrew Luck is the only quarterback in America better than this guy. That's what we have to do. We have to beat the stuffing out of this guy, or else he will kill us. We need to do this. Let's sit down. That's what we need to do to Blaine Gabbert.
And
I'm not even kidding you.
Yes.
This guy, he will torch you with his feet. He will torch you with his arm. He has average receivers at best this year.
Yes.
But it doesn't matter because he will find them and he will burn you.
Yes.
That's what we need to do. Every time he gets back up, smack him down.
As much as I hate Missouri, as much as I hate Blaine and Tyler Gabbert, it's just one of those things. He is a great quarterback.
Oh.
He is beyond good. We can hate him as much as we want, but he is a damn good quarterback.
I don't think that there is a better quarterback. Well, hold on. In the Big 12, he is easily the best pro prospect at the quarterback position. Robert Griffith. Is it Griffin or Griffith?
Griffin.
Okay, Robert Griffin at Baylor. Nobody could argue that kid's good.
Yes.
Taylor Martinez doing some really good things for us.
Absolutely.
Landry Jones, a little up and down, but he's a good kid.
The bottom line is this guy is tall. He's big. He can run. He makes good decisions, and he has a cannon.
Yes, I saw the thing about him was what a competitor. Big Sue broke his foot damn near last year.
Yeah.
Slowed him down, but didn't take his spirit.
Yeah.
This kid is ready to go.
And
he wants this game.
And one thing to me that stands out about this game, there's no Jeremy Maclin. There's no Denario Alexander. But this team still just beat the #1 ranked team in the country.
Okay. I actually said last week that when I was looking at games as they first rolled out for the week, I couldn't believe that Oklahoma was a 3-point favorite. I couldn't believe that was all they were favored by. Everybody kept telling me, whoa, Louis, slow down. No, this Missouri team's different. Well, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care if you've got the best team you've ever had.
Just like Texas
in 2007, Missouri was ranked #1 in the country, and Oklahoma smacked them around from start to finish.
Bob Stoops has owned Gary Pinkel. Oklahoma has owned Missouri. But Saturday night, it was different.
Missouri came out and they set the tone. That kickoff return smacked them in the face. And you know what? Oklahoma never recovered. Missouri's got this sick statistic of how many times the other team goes into the red zone and they don't allow a score. Yeah. And I saw that statistic and I'm like, well, that's a fluke. Well, then they got 2 red zone turnovers on Oklahoma, and that's obviously no fluke.
I tell you what, the biggest thing about this Missouri team is it always was known you have to outscore them. Mm-hmm. You have to throw more punches than they do to beat them. But now they have a defense, and they have a very good defense. I think a lot of people are going to think this is going to be a high-scoring game because Missouri's offense and the way our offense is played outside of the Texas game, and especially coming off last week against Oklahoma State, people are going to be expecting this to be a lot of points. Well, I really don't think it is going to be. And as bad as the defense has played, mm-hmm. This is the type of game that this defense was built for.
Now, that's what I thought last week.
Well, good point there, but let's be honest, Missouri doesn't have anybody like Justin Blackmon, and they don't have a running back close to Kendall Hunter. Now, still, average running backs can still get 100 yards on our rush defense, and good ones can do 150, but Missouri doesn't have anybody that is that type of threat.
You know what is going to be the most important part about this game is the first time Missouri, whether it's on first down, second down, or third down, whatever down it is, the first time they come up and stuff us, whether it's Roy or Rex, their whole squad, their D-line will be right there. They'll be high-fiving. Those DBs will be coming in there hooting and hollering.
Yep.
It is so important for us to fight back.
Yes.
Offensively, you can't take the personal foul. But on defense, the first time we smack one of their guys, hopefully we'll stand over them and fist pump, and we'll do that. We'll match their intensity, because they will come in here and they will want it bad, and hopefully we will want it more.
We have to match their intensity.
And no getting behind early.
Yes. You get behind this Missouri team, they can hurt you because they play off such momentum and swagger. They have a lot of swagger. That's something we heard a lot coming into the season for our team.
So let me ask you this, okay? So besides taking Blaine Gabbert, that's Blaine Gabbert, and doing that to him, what does Nebraska have to do to win the game? What do we have to do to win the game?
Turnovers. We have to find a way, whether it's a fumble, whether it's an interception, we have to find a way to get a turnover. We're probably going to need...
I think you missed the most important part. We're going to have to find a way not to turn the ball over.
Well, that too. And Taylor Martinez, every single game this year, he's had a Taylor moment.
At the beginning.
You cannot have that in this type of game. But, just like I've said all year, this type of game, I think this is when Taylor's at his best. This type of game, a big matchup. He just everything we've heard about him and seen from him, I think he loves these moments.
Well, instead of saying he does it, he's going to at home he's going to have to prove it. Yeah. He can't have another Texas game, another South Dakota State game at home.
I cannot believe I'm freaking out that the game is here. I can't believe I'd rather go play them in Columbia, Missouri.
Oh gosh, yeah.
I can't believe that I'm saying this. But the team hasn't shown anything otherwise.
Right.
We have a better chance of losing at home.
Right.
For whatever reason.
So what you're saying is turnovers are key.
We are going to have either a defensive touchdown, a special teams touchdown, or a defense or a special teams play to set up a score. We're going to need at least one, maybe more.
I think the most important part of the game is that we understand that offensively we are not good enough to line up and impose our will on anybody.
Yes.
Missouri plays a traditional 4-3 with a very active front and linebackers who love to play like old Miami linebackers.
Yes.
They'll miss 3 plays in a row, and the one time they do make a play, they want to act like
they made all of them.
Yeah, they're all pros and they just made the biggest hit they've ever made.
Yes.
I hate that kind of stuff, but nevertheless, that's how they're going to play.
That's how they're going to play, and they're 7-0 because of it, and they're not going to stop.
Right. They run a 4-3 defense, okay? Now, we haven't seen a lot of 4-3 defenses this year.
We really haven't.
So, if they're going to play that 4-3 and maybe sneak a safety up every once in a while, because it's becoming common knowledge now that teams know when we're doing the zone read in the running game. Teams have got that figured out.
I really think they can tell by whatever it is. If it's a certain call.
No, it's just the formation and the personnel. They see that, and they've been coached to know exactly what we're going to do. But what Nebraska has to do is we are going to have to find a way to not be so stubborn. If they want to come up and they want to put 8 guys in the box, then you have to throw the ball.
This is one of those games that, as much as he kills us at times, this is one of those games where Niles Paul is going to have to be maybe not necessarily the receiver, but the athlete and the playmaker we know he can be.
Well, see, now coming off of last week's game, you know, Niles Paul should be on a roll.
He should be.
We say it during the game. You can't throw your first pass to Niles Paul in the second quarter. You have to find a way to keep this kid interested in the very first quarter. Either run a reverse with him, run the jet sweep and hand the ball to him, throw him a quick out. You must let him touch the ball very early. You must send him deep early.
Either a screen.
Something to get him in the game and to feel appreciated and that he's wanted.
He reminds me, I grew up, I've been a Vikings fan as long as I can remember, and he reminds me of times where if Randy Moss didn't get involved early,
that's a good point.
He'd quit.
Well, you really see a lack of effort.
Yes, that's what I mean. Well, to me, that's quitting. If you're not going to show up for a certain part of a game, that's quitting. Yeah. But Niles does kind of have that. If he's not involved early, he won't be involved.
Which to me, I don't care because I'm not going to blame that on Niles Paul. I'm going to blame that on the coaches because if you know you got a kid, you can call him soft, fragile, prima donna. You can call him a diva. I don't care what you call him. But if you already know how this kid is and you've selected him as your go-to guy, then you better keep him interested in the game. He must get touches early. Yes. He must get the ball thrown to him, or else he loses some desire, some focus, and he doesn't give you his best.
He really doesn't. But the biggest way Niles can make an impact is on special teams to me, because
I disagree. Go ahead.
We play the way we're built around the way our team's built. If we get set up at the 40. If we can't get enough for Alex Henry to make a field goal, he's going to pin them. I mean, field position is going to be such a key to this game. Niles Paul can't sit there and let punts where he should fair catch them at the 18. He can't let them drop to the 5 or the 3. And he can't try to one-hop kickoffs and fall on them. Niles Paul is going to have to eliminate the stupid decisions and not only make good decisions, but he's going to have to make plays.
I think he's going to get ample opportunities in the passing game because I seriously think that Missouri's going to run their 4-3. I think they're going to bring people up, and I think our receivers are going to have so much time. Are we at 14 minutes right now? Okay. We got just a couple minutes left. Go ahead.
One thing I wouldn't be surprised to see off Niles' performance last week, whatever that was, the Wildcat package we saw against Idaho, I would not be surprised if we came out with something like that in the first quarter, just like what you're saying. Get him going.
The other thing is if Pierre Allen, Jared Crick, Baker Steinkuhler, and Cameron Meredith, who for some reason gets bullied like nobody's business, and they even put him at linebacker at times.
This is the game.
You guys have to show up. You guys are going to have to be a very formidable front four. If Blaine Gabbert doesn't get hit, if he doesn't get a pocket collapsed on him, if he doesn't lose his throwing lanes, he will pick us apart. And one more thing. He will also, if you thought the Gilbert kid from Texas could run on us, Blaine Gabbert could go all day.
We have built our defense around Missouri's offense because when Bo got here, that was the only thing stopping us from the Big 12 championship was Missouri throttling us. And we've built this defense around Missouri. It's time to find out if it was worth it.
All right. I got to do this one more time.
Hurry up. Kill him.
See ya.